Hey everybody, Multiclass Gamer here. Welcome back to more Metroid Prime Trilogy. In this episode, we're going to be taking on the big major boss of Phendrana Drifts in Sandy's Triome, fitting enough. You know, because where else would the big boss of Phendrana Drifts be? So we're going to make our way through this area here with all these bomb moves dropping pulses on us. So, actually in between episodes I refill my missiles, so it's kind of important to have a lot of missiles for this boss fight, at least to make it extra more fun. A pile of rocks! We're going into the rocks! I'm gonna try and hold back on the rock puns, I promise. Alright folks, this is Thardus, the big boss of Phendrana Drifts, as I've said many times by now. This is a very fun boss fight. It's probably one of my favorite fights in the entire game. When I first did this back in the blind LP, I struggled quite a bit. I got it on my first try, but it was a long, painful battle, that's for sure. So it's got two main attacks. It will summon these giant boulders to toss at you, and these are also your chance to get pickups. You just destroy the boulders as they come towards you, and they'll turn into pickups most of the time. But the other main attack is, well, actually, technically there's three. Another one is still, well, apparently this is the only move they're going to be doing the entire battle. I know what to do, I promise. I'm just waiting for a chance to, okay, let's just do this. So, basically, the trick to this battle is that you have to find the weak points. There's always a different weak point, and as you can see right here with the thermal visor. So what you have to do is you have to find the weak point using the thermal visor, and then attack it enough until it reveals itself. Okay, there's the other attack is hitting the ground and summoning ice towards you, or throwing ice at you, whatever you call it. This will tackle freezes. You gotta jump when that happens. So in order to damage it, you just have to hit the weak points that are revealed on the thermal visor. You have to do a lot of damage to them twice, sort of, like one time to reveal them. As such, it'll show up as a phase-on deposit. We haven't seen phase-on yet, but that's what it looks like. It's blue. Okay, and this is their other main attack, is they'll turn into a giant ball, and you have to roll out of the way. So, pretty simple. Attacks aren't that difficult to avoid. I say that and I'll probably end up getting hit a lot of times, but what I like to do during this battle is just spam super missiles, because it's just a lot of fun. It's just really fun to, you know, destroy the rocks one at a time. But yeah, this boss had a very tough time with the boss, but even now, I still consider this boss. I still consider Thardus to be hardest. And why? Because it's made of rocks. Okay, we're done. Alright, let's get on with this. Okay, let's get on with this. This is going on for way too long. But you gotta be careful using super missiles though, because sometimes it just won't go the way you hope it does. Like, you will miss. And not only that, but also I have like 10 or 15 missiles, probably less than I could have potentially. You know, because I tend to skip around until I'm able to clear a room in its entirety. So, with that, I'm going to have less missiles than most people will at this point. But even so, it's still a lot of fun. Okay. It's kind of tricky because unless they're like, you know, because they move around a lot, so that's why it's difficult to get the weak points. There you go. It's always very satisfying that whenever you do land the big hits. Okay. Typically, anytime you destroy one of the phase-on deposits, that's when it does the roll attack, so it's pretty easy to predict their movement pattern of sorts. Usually I can find the weak point without even using the thermal visor, just like with other stuff. You just gotta wait for. I think you can usually tell, like, just by like what's because you can't tell just by the crosshairs, because the crosshairs turn red regardless of where you're aiming on Thardus, but that's not necessarily going to be a weak point. The weak point, I guess, is... Oh, it's one of the arms, okay. Alright. Now, you can't rely entirely on the thermal visor in this fight. Every time you reveal a phazon deposit, after doing a certain amount of damage to the weak points, it will actually overload the thermal visor and you won't be able to see anything. So you have to, you can only use the thermal visor just to find a weak point. You can't use it to, the entire time. Let's try and get it. Oh god. Yeah, when they do that move, it's impossible to get any hits in. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a pain getting this one because it's kind of hidden behind the arm constantly, or the claw, whatever you want to call it. There we go. I guess the groaning sounds it makes whenever you do hit it are also kind of satisfying because it's a bad character, so I don't feel bad making it crap. Haha. I don't know why it's so satisfying to land those hits, but it just is. It's what makes it a really good boss fight. Okay, and then we get this part right here. As soon as Thardus gets down to about half of its health, it'll do this. Basically, what it's doing is it creates a big fogging effect in the room. You won't be able to see very well. But this will not affect the thermal visor much. Yeah, because as you can see, not only that, but in the Trilogy version, there's a lot of glow to it, or gloom, or whatever you call it. I don't remember what it's called. It's like a bloom effect. I don't know. You see it a lot in these in remastered games like this. So it can be kind of annoying, kind of difficult in the eyes, but either way, it's still pretty awesome. And it looks really cool on the GameCube too. Like you can see the Wii being able to do something like that, but the GameCube, it was just a very spectacular effect. When Thardus is fogging up the room. So yeah, even when this happens, you can't rely on the thermal visor overly. There we go. It's just it's too tempting for me to not use, it's too tempting for me to use the super missile in this battle. I know this is one of those times where you can get kind of use it too much as a crutch, basically. Come on, come back up. See if I can find the weak... Oh yeah, I can already see it. Yeah, it'll flash red also, so that's another way you can tell where a weak point is. So I can tell if it's one of those big rocks up there, the biggest rock of all. Right, just gonna get a clear shot here. Yeah, okay. And one more time. Damn it, I missed. Yeah, anytime you miss, it's very troubling because that's 5 missiles you just wasted if you're using it. Oh wait, did I? Oh, I did get it. What the hell? Apparently I got it that time. If I didn't hear, yeah, sometimes I guess it won't actually make the, like the yelling sound or whatever it is. The sound it makes whenever you land a hit, basically. I think the other, what's the next weak point? I don't know. I know the last big point is the head, which is that, that big rock in the center there, but, until then you're just firing at random rocks around his body. Okay, let's keep on doing this move. So, well, maybe it's just intentional to help me refill my missiles, I don't know. Yeah, if it hits you, it's not gonna count as getting the pickup, just so you know. Okay, so it's the other giant rock, okay. Makes sense. There we go. It's also very satisfying to do the pea shooter as well. And you might have to resort to that if you get too reliant on the missiles. Ah. Come on. I don't know how many shits it takes. How many shits does it take to get to your phazon center? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't seem to land the shots either, so I'm not sure about that. You could clearly see there I was firing directly at it, so I don't know why it didn't count. There we go. Yeah, and then eventually the room turns back to normal once you're down to this last part here. I think we're down to just the head. I think. We got right to show. Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's doing this. Yeah. It's gonna do this again for unfogging the room, even though the room is already unfogged immediately, so it's kind of weird. But it still looks freaking amazing, these special effects. Okay. But yeah, we're just about done here. I'm pretty sure the head is the only weak point remaining. Okay. Alright. Let's try firing and find. Oh god, I got too close there. Damn it! That'll happen too sometimes. The claws will get in the way or whatever you call them. The appendages. And yep, the head is the weak point. Okay. Alright, just gotta wait for a clear shot here. I don't wanna... Yeah! That was awesome right there. Okay, we got plain missiles. We can just super missile the rest of this pretty much. Haha! Yep, there's your head. Oh god. Better run. Or roll for it. I'm on a roll. Okay. I'm pretty sure just one more shot and we got this. Alright, are we ready? Oh, nope. Gonna roll up again. I guess Thardus is in a burrito mood these days. I don't blame him. If I was getting, hit left and right with missiles, I would want to roll up into a burrito too and kind of cry in a corner. Yeah. Oh, just one more shot. Okay. Actually, let's just peach with the rest of this. Yep, there we go. Thardus, you are amazing. Never stop being amazing. I feel bad for pummeling you. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is hilarious. Coming up here, watch this. Oh, that is amazing. Never stop being amazing, Retro Studios. Please don't. Okay. And your reward is definitely well worth it, too. Even if you had a hard time with this boss, it's definitely worth it for this. This is going to make maneuvering so much easier and also allow you to access a lot of cool new areas. This is the Spider Ball. Press and hold Z while in Morph Ball mode to attach to Spider Ball tracks. And now with that, we can scan Spider Ball tracks for our research entry. You can scan them prior, but since you don't know what they are, you can't really add them to your logbook. Magnetic rail system track in Morph Ball mode, press and hold Z, then, yeah, just hold Z and then you're all good. Now, I believe we want to continue onward past here. I mean, you can go back the way you came. I mean, basically the point is that our next objective is back in Chozo Ruins. So we need to head back there, but there are two ways you can go from here. And I'm gonna go, you could either backtrack straight the way we went previously through Magmore Caverns. I mean, either way you have to go through Magmore Caverns to get back to Chozo Ruins. But we're gonna go this way. And actually, as a matter of fact, this way will take us through a Talon overworld, but I do believe it's still a faster way. It's going to take us through some Magmore Caverns and some of Talon overworld. And there's going to be a lot of areas we haven't explored yet, but it's very handy. So you can go up there, but there's a door up there you can't get through yet. So that's where we're going to leave that at and start backtracking here. Let me position myself bare on the couch here. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, Magmore Caverns. So yeah, we're going to be in an unexplored territory here, starting off. Okay, so this is really cool. This is the only room in the entire game where you can do this. So we have these two doors back to back, or, facing each other, that are both, you can't open with the regular shots. So you can do this. Wait. You gotta fire at just the right spot, too. But you can ricochet the shots against each other. It's just the funniest, most amusing thing ever. Just love doing that. It's just so fun doing that. For that reason alone, I'm not going to use that save station, because that's what it is back there. So you don't need to destroy that. Just ricochet all you want and go from there. All right. Oh, why did I do that? Wait, okay, so watch out. We got some. Yeah, we got some flying pirates here. Okay, I think the rapid missile thing doesn't work with the wave beam. Yeah, okay, so you gotta be in power beam more in order to spam the rapid fire missiles. There we go. Alright. Having some fun here, aren't we? Okay. Now down here we got some triclods. There's actually a puzzle in this room that I'm gonna go ahead and take care of real quick, because this is gonna be very handy. Basically, I activate these conduits in all three of these, right by these three doors. And then once you do that, they'll activate the puzzle to do. Oh, because it's going to switch to the puzzle theme anyways, so I'm not going to be able to... Okay, so it's going to freeze up the lava here, and that will allow us to progress into those to each one of those tunnels. Now, it's going to time us a couple of times, but the timing is, the time limit is very generous, so it's not really worth worrying about. But what is worth worrying about are these triclods, but yeah, you can get past them easily. So you just go into each of these tunnels, and then you scan the monitor there, and that'll allow you to access the next door. I don't know why, honestly, I couldn't really pinpoint exactly, well, at least not right now, I couldn't pinpoint exactly why I prefer Metroid Prime 2 over this game. It's kind of hard to say. I know I do, but, like, at the same time, when I'm actually playing through this game, yeah, it's pretty awesome, and I can see why it's so well beloved. But after playing through Prime 1 and 2 back-to-back, I always find myself looking back more fondly on Prime 2, even though I still acknowledge that this is a fantastic game. And it's one of the highlights of the GameCube. So, just to make that clear to people who do prefer this game over Prime 2, I can still kind of see where you're coming from. Anyways, this leads to our 7th energy tank. Yeah, it's a missile. I've only got 7 missiles, yo. So with that, we now have half of the energy tanks in the game. So that's pretty cool. Oh. Okay, so the trigger, like what am I trying to say? The hit detection with these triclods is very odd. Like, they always seem to grab you, like, further away than you'd think they'd be able to. So you have to, like, lay a morph ball bomb further away from them than you think you need to. If that makes any sense. Like, it's just very weird. Actually, we can't go past this door. Well, we can, but there's something... We're going to run into a roadblock almost immediately in there, so... so we can't go through there quite yet. But if you do go through there, you'll run into something called Bendezium. It's something you can't break yet. And what do we got here? We got a new enemy. This enemy's more of a platform than an enemy. Puddle Spore. Sentient floating lava mollusk protected by an impenetrable shell. A puddle spore opens when approached, attempting to intimidate with its size. When open, direct fire to its mantle will cause it to flip into a defensive position. It can slam shut, ejects a spread of harmful energy globules. But yeah, whenever it does get stunned and flipped over like this, then you can use it as a platform. So, nothing more to it than that. And I never scanned you! You thought I was going to forget to, didn't you? Burrower. Yeah, we already saw the ice burrow, so you don't get the idea of these enemies. Plus, we already defeated these guys immediately before we saw them, so obviously they're not much of a problem at all. Come on. I just know that you can't really use missiles against them. I think the missiles are too slow or something. I don't know. There we go. Probably get back some of those missiles I spent on that fight. I was actually expecting to run out of missiles like really fast. I didn't think they would actually last the entire battle. So I was really getting pretty liberal with the super missiles, if you couldn't tell. I thought I was. Alright, so we can go on for a little bit more, but we're going to have to end off the episode soon. Maybe get to the next checkpoint. I don't know what I would define as a checkpoint, per se. So you can see we're quite a ways away from the explored area, but this is actually a goal right here. We're going to be going to Talon Overworld next. Because that's actually a quicker way to Chozo Ruins, at least the particular part we're going to. There we go. Well, did I get to scan these two? Oh, okay, I guess not. Alright. I always love doing that. Crush the Magmors with the thing instead of trying to defeat them first. They'll often do that. They'll place the Magmors directly under these rock spires, and then you can use them to kill the Magmors instantly. It's hilarious. Also kind of sad at the same time. The Magmor fired first, okay? So it's okay that I want to be dead, coolly. Oh god. You're too far away from that one, so I need to do this. I gotta fight you legitimately. Aw, how sad. There we go. These things, yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either. Okay. Just gonna suck in everything real quick, like good old Kirby. I guess Samus took notes from Kirby, I guess. That's why she can suck in power-ups in this game. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. and that's your official fan theory as to how Kirby and the Metroid universe are connected. Kirby and Metroid do, yeah, they do interact. That's how they end up in Smash Bros. Together. All makes sense. I'm not even gonna bother trying to sing to this, because like I couldn't do it the first time, so why would I try to do it the second time? Oh, here we go. Haha. How sad. I don't even care that I took damage there. Okay, okay, we're almost there, so might as well we'll just keep going until we get to the elevator, and then we'll end off things there. Wait. Oh, never mind. So I couldn't even forget where it was in the song, but whatever. Okay, folks, so next time on Metroid Prime, we're going to head to Town Overworld, make our way back to Chozo Ruins, and get to where we need to go and go from there. So, yeah. Laters. Bye.